Hey, y'all. Welcome to Night Sky Wisdom and Tarot. I'm Alex. As promised, I'm here to bring you a couples reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or North Node. Welcome, cross watchers, as well. Please hit that like button on the way in. It really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. It's also a great energy exchange for tarot. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading. It cannot and will not apply exactly to everyone's individual situation. So if it's not yours, please don't try to force it to fit. Don't look for confirmation bias. Look for wisdom and messages and guidance from spirit if it resonates with you only. Okay, now that that's out of the way, I'm going to do a 9-card spread. It's going to be your energy, your energy, the connection, their energy. We're going to have the energy above as displayed outwardly, how you're feeling in the present moment, and the underlying unseen energies. And so the card in the center of the spread is going to represent the dynamic of the relationship overall. And then at the end, I'm going to pull, I'm not sure if I'm going to do tarot or oracle card, but it's going to be some advice in either form, if not both. We'll see. So, what are the messages for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, and their significant other? Also, this is definitely for couples. This is not for singles. This isn't for kind of dating. This is for people in official relationships, okay? I did a singles read, so it's posted. It was done within the last week. If you're interested, you can find that in my library. Let me close that. Okay. One more, and I will start pulling. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Let's see. So we have your energy, connection. Okay. Uh-oh. And their energy. And let me move everything into the frame so hopefully you can see it. Although once I start clarifying, it's going to get a little messy. But I at least want you to get a clear view of the initial spread. Okay. In the center of the reading, representing the connection, we do have the Lovers card, which is also the Gemini card. So this indicates that this is a very strong soul bond. Lovers is a little bit more than soulmates to me. It's more like this is with a destined union. Now, that doesn't mean that it was destined to last a lifetime, but it does mean that it is something that you were supposed to engage in for both you and the other person to evolve and grow. Now, whether or not that means you stay together at the end of the day, we shall see. And I'm looking for my little paper. Oh, here we go. I have to use this paper so that the camera can tell what picture it needs to focus on sometimes. So, at the center of the read, this is you two. Your bond is strong, a powerful pull towards each other. But it doesn't always mean that the connection is in the best shape, and it doesn't always mean it's in great shape. But we'll see. We'll see. Positive. We're going to remain positive. Okay, in your present energy, you're in hangman energy. So it shows that you're in the process of contemplating something, looking for some clarity before you move forward with a decision or the next step with regard to this relationship. Let's see. Where do we want to go from here? Yeah, you're looking, sorry about that. You're looking for clarity with regards to the relationship and what's the next move. Underlying or the unseen energy is 4 Pentacles. So what you may not realize is that you're not really giving your all outwardly to the relationship. I don't know if it's in response to something that's happened in the past between you two, or something externally that has you kind of withdrawn and in a state of not really wanting to give too much of your energy. But underlying this, what you may not realize is that you're not giving as much effort or energy as probably you once upon a time did to this dynamic. The overlying energy for you, though, is Ace of Pentacles. So it's like you want a new beginning within this relationship, or you're ready to take it to the next level. It's either you're ready to take it to the next level or you're waiting on an offer to take it to the next level. Now, as we clarify, I'll be able to get more specifics on which way this energy goes. but that's what I'm seeing for your side. On their side, their current energy is Eight of Cups, walking away from things, places, and spaces that no longer serve them with regard to this relationship. So I'm looking as though they're almost contemplating walking away from the connection, just because of the simple fact that I look at every element of the spread, and this card is facing away from the connection. So I don't know if they're contemplating it, or if they're contemplating walking away from a way of being that they're determined is not serving this connection for the greater good. We shall see. Underlying energy or unseen energy for them is Wheel of Fortune. So this is about the universe supporting them in doing something to elevate themselves, which in turn will elevate this dynamic or this relationship. But it seems that it's unseen energy. So maybe it's that they're not quite sure that they have the tools or the ability to be able to make the changes necessary to either be better for this relationship or do what they need to do to solidify it even further. But what they're not seeing is that the universe is totally supporting anything that they need to do for the sake of this relationship. And as above, they are wanting that 10 of Cups energy. Basically, ultimate fulfillment within this relationship, the happily ever after ending. Now, with regards to the connection, what's unseen is there is a little bit of deception. So again, we're going to go back and clarify, and I apologize for this issue with this focusing in this camera. We're going to go back and figure out what kind of deceit. So is it that the relationship wasn't really founded on stable ground? You both know that, but you're kind of ignoring it and not really addressing the elephant in the room? Or is there something secretive about it that's going on one or both sides that's not being where someone's not being transparent? We shall see. And the overall energy surrounding the relationship is Page of Pentacles. So it is like taking a small step or making a small offer to improve the relationship. But I get the feeling it's like small baby steps to make improvements. But because your overall energy is Ace of Pentacles, it's like you're looking for a major overhaul. Now, this could indicate, for example, that the relationship is slowly progressing, but you're ready for something like marriage. And this person, while they want happily ever after, maybe they're a little bit slow to get to that point, and you're wondering, when is it going to happen? There's so many ways to look at this energy. Let me start clarifying, though, to get a little bit more understanding about what's going on, because overall, it's positive energy, but I do see that you are holding back a little bit from the connection, and they are walking away in some aspect from the connection, but it might just be a part of their way of being that they're leaving behind. And then I want to know what this deception energy is. So let's start with this. What is the Hangman and the present energy for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node? So clarify why Gemini is in Hangman energy. Let's clarify that Hangman energy. Seven of Swords again. King of Pentacles, the Empress. So there is some deception going on. Actually, Gemini, listen, are you plotting on how to get this person to commit to you in the next level? Like, are you trying to really plan on how to get this commitment? I feel like this King of Pentacles is a masculine energy who is a bit... And the other thing is they're facing the Empress energy. They are aware of it and they want to make an offer to the Empress, but maybe moving a little bit slower than you would like with that offer. I don't get this Seven of Swords as something that's necessarily heavy. I really get it as being like you trying to strategize. How do we get to the next level in this relationship? And I really feel like it's like you plotting on marriage or something, or a house together. It's something like, I'm ready for the next step. How do I go about kind of giving them a nudge to approach me a little bit quicker? I feel like this I feel like this Seven of Swords is you kind of creeping up behind this King of Pentacles. And again, flip the gender roles. This is energies, but if this is a woman and this is a man, or if this is a man and a man, a woman and whatever, flip it around as necessary. But I feel like this is you kind of creeping up, like shoving them into this Empress energy. Like, if you don't hurry up and get them this Pentacle, so it's something that you're waiting or impatient about, Gemini, is what I'm getting with regards to this connection. But let's clarify this Four of Pentacles. I'm not gonna lie, I keep hearing withholding sex. Listen, Gemini, don't do stuff like that. It's your body, it's your choice, but don't use it as a deceptive way to manipulate behavior. That's not what we're doing, is it? But let's clarify. What's this Four of Pentacles in the unseen? What's this Four of Pentacles in the unseen energy for Gemini in this relationship? Five of Cups. Ooh, Ten of Swords. Justice. You are withholding your energy from pain, from a previous... Okay, this is starting to get very specific, and I have to stop fighting my intuition like I do when it gets like this. So I'm just going to spit it out. It really feels like somebody is in pain from a previous loss, a divorce even. Now, while we are now in a different relationship, it's almost like you're holding back, but wanting them to progress and advance this relationship to the next step. But Spirit is saying, but you're holding back. And you're holding back because you suffered a loss before when you gave your all. It looks like that cycle ended. Again, it could be a previous marriage. I'm getting heavy, like a divorce, a divorce, or like someone you had a house with or live with, but something formal had to be separated, or maybe even somebody you had a child with. And this is creating this Four of Pentacles energy for you in your present relationship. And it's almost like now, so are you pushing forward for the next step in this relationship from a clear head, and it's solely based on this connection? Or does this Lover's energy at the center of the spread represent you? Because this is your card as well, meaning this is all about you and not so much about the relationship. I told y'all before, if you're new here, I keep it real on this channel. I would love for it to all be lovely, lovey-dovey, kissy-wissy. This is why I don't do relationship reads usually like that. I do them like once a week, but that's not my whole channel. But people don't tend to like when I tell them something is not the best. I always get the dislike real quick on the readings like this, but it's okay. Someone will appreciate this. What is this Ace of Pentacles in the overlying energy for Gemini? Y'all, I am tearing these cards up today. What is the problem? May I get the Ace of Pentacles in the overlying energy for Gemini? Can I get the Ace of Pentacles for the overlying energy for Gemini? Could you clarify that even further for me? Let's see. The Wheel, Ace of Wands, the Page of Pentacles again. You're really wanting... Yeah, it's really about forward movement and advancement. It's like you're wanting the best outcome for this dynamic, but I have to be honest on what I see here, Gemini. It's like Spirit is saying that you may not realize that the reasoning behind wanting this to move forward right now might not be in the best frame of mind. Now, flip these energies. I asked for this to be you. I asked for this to be them. But if the energy or the roles are reversed, then flip it. But this is more about trying to turn a cycle, turn into the next level, progress into the next level, wanting a lot of that passion, that intimacy, that fire in the relationship, And then Page of Pentacles, though, we're back to like these smaller baby steps. And it's almost like Spirit is saying, I know you want this, but you really have to allow time to pass and for the passion and the love and the connection to build and for these small steps to take place before you get to this big step. It's almost like you're kind of trying to skip steps, including fully healing from this past. So let's clarify the Seven of Swords as the underlying unseen energy for the connection. Maybe that'll let us know a little more clearly. What is this? What is the strategy or the deception? Could be either one. The unseen strategy or deceptive energy underlying the connection. What is this strategic energy about? I swear I can't make this up. It's about getting to this. I'm hearing ring, house, whatever it is. Baby. It could be a baby. Maybe you want to have a baby. But whatever it is, it's what's usually perceived as a positive advancement in a relationship. But when introduced in not the best energy for not the best reasons, it could turn into a negative. And yeah, Five of Swords. Five of Swords is conflict, but it's also about not fighting fair. And because unseen energy for you has a lot to do with your past relationship, are you more concerned with someone seeing you happy than you are with actually being happy in the moment? Like, this is something that is popping out heavily. Spirit is saying you have to be honest with yourself. Are you more concerned with giving off, like letting... I'm not saying you're not happy with this person, but are you so caught up in the whole look? Ace of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Death, Rebirth. It's like you want to prove that you're okay and you're living your best life and that you're over someone. So much so that you're not like not letting it happen naturally, maybe. Let's clarify this Page of Pentacles energy. What are these small steps or offers that are occurring in this connection? Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Page of Swords. You're really being asked to pay attention to all of the things that are occurring. Like, you're in a... This is a beautiful connection. It really is. For one, Nine of Pentacles energy being here is very healthy. It shows me that this is not about codependence between you two, you and this other person. At least the overall energy, the relationship isn't about codependence. There's really a lot of room, if you're not at Ten of Cups already, to get to Ten of Cups and have the ultimate happy family situation, abundance in love, prosperity, support, all of those good things. But Spirit is saying, you just take the time to observe and learn about each other. Take the time to appreciate and acknowledge the little steps that are being taken. You don't have to, it's about enjoying the journey of getting to know each other and not so much about having to have proof of life to the outside world. You don't need a ring right now if you're still in this process of getting to know each other. You don't need a ring right now if there's still some residual pain from the past that needs to be healed. So I think that this is actually a healthy relationship in general. This is just like a little tweaking or reminder to you about not pushing things to progress too fast out of a energy of pain that still needs to be addressed or is still being worked on, because healing isn't linear. And it's not to say that you have to be completely unaffected by anything that ever happened to you in your past relationships before you move on to the next one. But it's about being healed enough to not let it dictate, not let it be so much still of an open space, or a sore spot that you base how fast you progress in the next relationship or how slow you progress in the next relationship out of a painful place from the past. I hope I'm making sense. I hope I'm making sense. So let's clarify the 8 of Cups for your partner's energy, because that I'm not sure on. What is it that they're walking away from? What is it that they're walking away from? What is it that Gemini's partner is walking away from with regard to this relationship? I hope it's not the relationship itself, unless, you know, that's what you want. I doubt that, or you wouldn't be here. So, Knight of Cups, Queen of Wands, and the Devil. So, definitely some toxic energy between you two. This is almost a side note to what I'm getting, what I've gotten up until this point. In other words, I'm saying, like, this doesn't seem to be the core of the issue. This just looks like there may have been some toxicity between maybe how you two communicate, or I'm hearing, okay, so this is more intuitive interpretation than it is based off of the cards alone, but it just feels like you two are kind of very different individuals. And this is a side note, again, a different issue from this. You two are very different, and maybe because of your differences, there was some conflicts and maybe misunderstandings or unhealthy ways about how you two communicated with each other. I get that one person is more traditional, the other person is very much a free spirit, more of a boho type, I said boho, a free-spirited type. And as a result of that, like I said, there was a lot of miscommunications, lack of communication. I don't know, but it's like, whatever that is, a person is walking, your partner is walking away from more so the way in which they view the differences. I'm getting very much that there was a tendency to view the differences between you two almost as disrespect, when really it was just about coming to an understanding about how you two communicate differently. So it's not about, you know, it's not like somebody was calling somebody a bitch and it's like, well, that's just how I talk. Nothing to that extreme. But it's just like, if one person's a creative and one person and the other person is more traditional and formal, the way that love is expressed, or the way, you know, being considerate about each other's time is taken into account, things like that. There's a lot of misunderstandings that could occur from that. So I really feel like that's just a side note to confirm that this is your reading or not. It's not really like a something to elaborate on. I'm really not getting that. The underlying energy for your partner of Wheel of Fortune. Sorry, it cut off as per usual around the 23-minute mark. Let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune underlying your partner's energy. What is this Wheel of Fortune? Three of Wands. 8 of Wands. All of this matches up. Queen of Cups. There's a lot of support from the universe for this connection to progress to the next level. I almost get the feeling that this person feels a little bit out of their league with you, Gemini. I don't know how to... like even when I see this energy in their present energy of Knight of Cups, Queen of Wands, the Devil, I really get this energy like you're the Queen of Wands to them. They're the Knight of Cups. And while in this deck, they don't, Knight of Cups don't look too shabby, it's still like the Queen of Wands is the Queen of Wands. You know what I'm saying? And so she has like an audience. It almost gives you a feeling of an audience, even though those are candles. It's like she illuminates this light. And people are so drawn to her. And then here he comes in his little jeans and t-shirt with this little rinky-dink, like dozen roses. It's not rinky-dink, but it seems inadequate by comparison almost. And I feel like that's how they feel. That's how they felt. And maybe that's some of that way of thinking they're walking away from as well. It's like you being you almost made them feel small. And it kind of, I'm hearing, like would lash out about it or blame you for just being you when it wasn't. I don't know. I'm channeling. You'll know if that makes sense. Let me know in the comments below. But other than that, underlying though energy that they don't see is that the universe fully supports the forward movement and advancement in this relationship. They really just have to tap into their fiery energy and their Queen of Cups energy from this Knight of Cups and just gain more control over their emotions, because the Queen and even the King and the Queen of Cups are really about emotional control and stability, being in tune, being intuitive, knowing and understanding and acknowledging your emotions without letting them drown you, right? So this person has all the tools they need in their toolbox to be able to bring this connection in and further and elevate it to the next level. But they just have to believe and understand that, the potential is there. They do have to walk away from this way of thinking that I don't have what, I'm not. I feel like they feel like they're not enough for you, which is interesting because that is not what I'm getting. Two different pieces of advice. So in other words, this connection is more about tweaking things on both of your end. I don't see a major issue. I just see spirit showing me on both ends what needs to be tweaked for this to have the desired outcome. Your desire to kind of push it forward faster than what is going when it's not necessary, and just being aware of how some of that is from some unresolved, some residual pain from the past, and their desire to kind of, or not desire, their tendency to create conflict because they're kind of intimidated by it. That's the only way I know how to put it. Let's clarify this Ten of Cups overall energy for your partner. I mean, it's kind of clear to me, but I'm going to go ahead and clarify it anyway. Let's clarify this Ten of Cups. Yeah, temperance. They want to gain balance and understanding. Nine of Cups. Yes. The Hierophant. What? Listen. Oh, they love you, Gemini. They do. They're really trying to grow not only their sense of patience, but their sense of self-worth and value. And I think they already have a good sense of self-worth. But sometimes people's sense of self-worth gets tested in the presence of others. I think we get so caught up in these in this world of TikTok, Instagram reels, and this short, I love myself, I'm no longer entertaining people that can't see my worth type advice. It sounds good, right? But nobody's 100% woke all the time. So you can be self-assured and have confidence and then step into a different element and deal with a different type of person, and all of a sudden that gets challenged. And I think for some reason, something about you, Gemini, challenges that aspect of this person. Even if they've always been the most confident and they never really felt challenged before, it's something about you and something about the intensity of the connection that kind of throws them off kilter a little bit. So they want the Ten of Cups. They want the balance, the temperance, the patience. They want to maintain their own sense of self-worth, but also for you to acknowledge how much value they bring to the table. And Hierophant, they want marriage. They want commitment. They want stability. They want the whole shebang in the Ten of Cups. I mean, that's clear as day. I just see that some communication needs to be cleaned up. And maybe I'm hearing love languages need to be sorted out. So the way that you express your love and expect to receive love are two different things. Maybe the way that they expect to receive love is different. So just because it's how you like to be loved doesn't mean that they are able to even see that it's an expression of love, right? It might miss them and vice versa, stuff like that. And it's creating conflict. And I think y'all have had some little battles. Maybe not little, I don't know. So, last but not least, let's get some advice. Spirit, what can you tell Gemini and a significant other that will help them move forward in the best way possible with this connection? Can I get some final advice for Gemini and their partner regarding this connection? One more. Thank you for your patience, everyone. Okay. The Hermit, the King of Wands, and the Tower. The Hermit is about going within to seek out clarity, but it's also about spiritual clarity, spiritual kind of getting spiritually sound before you come out of your cave with a revelation of any kind. King of Wands, which is interesting because in their energy, it's like you're the Queen of Wands, they're the Knight of Cups. I feel like this King of Wands is saying it's more like reassurance that this person will get there. Doesn't mean they'll turn into a different person and be a mirror image of you. I think what they're willing to do is communicate back to you, because remember I said love languages, right? So a Page of Cups way of showing love is going to be, a Knight of Cups way of showing love is going to be different than a Queen of Wands way of showing love. And it's like more about them stepping up to the plate and really learning how to communicate love to you as in a way that is effective. But remember to also do that for them. Tower energy, which is also could be wonderful. It's about tearing down faulty foundations, false expectations, false narratives, anything that wasn't really built in a solid way, and then rebuilding it in a more solid way so that it lasts. So you're being advised to take a reprieve. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean walking away from the connection, but I feel like this is more about maybe thinking twice before you speak. Thinking twice before you have a rebuttal or make an assessment of the situation. Kind of go within. That's also about bringing me back to this energy, about this past energy of Five of Cups, Ten of Swords, Justice, something that really fell apart, broke your heart, and put you in a state of grief in the past. Maybe taking time to learn to sort between your old pain and the current offense. So, yeah, it looks like there's a lot of hope for this. This is more about tweaking, things here and there. There's nothing abnormal. It's almost every relationship goes through this. What was I going to say? Something just escaped my thought. I hope it was cohesive enough, though, because it kind of felt all over the place. But again, it's because typically I do a reading like this and it's like the center problem for the relationship. But this is not that the relationship itself is a problem. This is about, your shit and their shit and how y'all need to work y'all shit out. But nothing major. So I hope this helps, Gemini. Please like, comment, subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you later. Have a good one. Bye.